For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check out g2a.com, and if you need any Ultimate Team coins, then head over to FIFA. The code CHES will get you a discount on both sites, and all links are down below. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 13 of the Liverpool career mode here on FIFA 15. And not only is it welcome to episode number 13, it's welcome to the year 2015. This will be the first episode that goes up post New Year's Eve, so welcome to the 1st of January 2015. And our opening game is quite possibly the biggest one of the season so far. It's Manchester United away in a cup quarter-final. It's the Capital One Cup, so perhaps not as important as the FA Cup, but still, we want to succeed on as many fronts as we possibly can this year. But they're starting with a very strong side, a 5-2-1-2. They've got Claudio Marchisio in there holding mid-rolls, as well as Di Maria obviously in there at cam, and then Falcao up top alongside Wayne Rooney. So we know we're up against it. Obviously, as you can see, we're not starting the strongest of sides, still a decent strength side, but unfortunately the fixtures are coming thick and fast right now, and I just could not put out a stronger side considering how tired the rest of the squad was, because of course this is only 2 or 3 days after the game that we previously had against Stoke in the Barclays Premier League. So hopefully it will be able to do the job, although obviously away at Old Trafford is not going to be an easy game whatsoever. Michael Carrick playing through Falcao here. You can see they're having the better of the opening chances, coming the closest of either side so far, with Di Maria striking the outside of the post before we do eventually get it away. We were going to grow into the game though. Lovely ball by Gerrard for the on-running Mario Balotelli. Shows good pace and good strength to shrug off the challenge of the defenders. Just can't quite find the right angle to squeeze it underneath. Anders Lindegaard does very well there to stay on his feet, not go to ground, and makes himself look big in front of goal. And Mario fails in front of the sticks, but Rooney's in behind, but fortunately tries the audacious little chip, but Mattia Perrin reads it, backs up a couple of steps and plucks the ball out of the air. So we stay at 0-0 as we head into the second half. It's Emre Can is going to play through Mario Balotelli. He's one-on-one with Marcos Rojo, sees him to the ground, and a finish to go along with it as well. Mario Balotelli, the former Manchester City player, scores at Old Trafford against Manchester United for Liverpool. They could not hate Mario Balotelli more than they do right now. Absolutely incredible scenes at Old Trafford, and we're 1-0 up in the Capital One Cup quarter-final. Hesse with a great turn. He's going to look for the cheeky finesse to the far top corner, and that was so close to getting into that top right-hand side and giving us a 2-0 lead. We're still on the attack, though, trying to extend that lead, and Mario Balotelli's in behind again. Good strength, good turn, sets up Suso, but he can't quite find the top of the net, just scooping it slightly too much, and it flew over the top of the bar rather than nestling into the back of the net. But we get again still on the attack. Suso and Balotelli are going to link up yet again here. Slots it through Ballo. All he's got to do is put it away. But Anders Lindegaard makes a great save, and the Dane keeps us out for yet another time. Man United, though, going to try and get themselves back in it at the other end. Jose Enrique struggling with the pressure of the attacker. Drops to Falcao here on the edge of the box. Good shot, well saved though by Mattia Perrin. And we stay at 1-0, and that is how the game is going to finish. So we're qualified for the almost a Champions League then. We qualified for the Capital One Cup semi-finals thanks to a 1-0 win at Old Trafford. No better way to start 2015, I don't think. So hopefully we can build on that, and we've got the next game in the Barclays Premier League. Of course, we were on the back of the win against Stoke yesterday, so we're hoping to continue our good run of form in the league by getting a win here against Sunderland. Obviously, Simon Mignolet's former club, and he'll be hoping to put in a solid performance, although he's actually having his first team spot pressured by Mattia Perrin, who seems to put in very good displays every single time I put him into the starting lineup. So we'll have to wait and see. But of course, we'll try our best against Sunderland, a team that we know very well from the My Player series. Pretty much the same sort of lineup that we'd see in the My Player series, apart from the fact that Coates is there at centre-back, and we normally tended to play Glick or Schwab, the two signings that they actually made in that particular save. But Sturridge tries to get us off to a good start with a nice little finesse shot, but unfortunately Kostel Pantilimon was just 6 for 8 in goal, filling all of the gaps, and Daniel Sturridge wasn't quite able to find it. And again, that was a wonderful reaction save from the Romanian. You can see what Daniel Sturridge thinks of it. Absolutely incredible stuff from the goalkeeper. We stay at 0-0 as we head towards half-time. We're still on the attack though, trying to play some nice football together. Gerrard is again going to play Daniel Sturridge through. Going to get a great turn inside the defender here, racing down on goal, tries the shot, but again Pantilimon gets there, and unfortunately I tried to hit that first time with Gerrard, but he took a first touch. It was a heavy first touch. We had to make a couple of changes in the second half to try and force the issue. Adam Lallana and Emre Can coming on for Stevie G and Felipe Coutinho. Douglas Costa though trying to get ourselves in front if we can here, trying to work the opportunity. Again, going to try and get Studge on his left foot. Good shot down towards the bottom corner, but Pantilimon covers so much of the goal, I just could not find a way past him. That seems to be the way on the My Player as well. Of course, we got 4th in the Barclays Premier League with Sunderland in the 2nd season, thanks to defensive performances just like that. Unfortunately, despite the amount of chances we had on goal, we couldn't find a way past the big man, and we went with a point, unfortunately, from that game. But we need to get a result in this one. As you can see, the Champions League group is as follows. Madrid top by 3 points from us, with only Standard Liège being separated by a point behind us, and then Basel at bottom of the group with no chance of progressing. So we need a win, preferably against Real Madrid, would guarantee us qualification to the knockout stages, or at the very least a draw, and then hope that Basel at least draw against Standard Liège. But if Liège win, we need to win as well, and obviously it's going to be difficult against the side of the sort of talents that Real Madrid have in their starting 11. Obviously Benzema's moved on thanks to the scripted transfers that seem to be in every single career mode, but they still have Ronaldo and Bale out wide, Chicharito through the middle. Obviously a Manchester United player who's on loan at Real Madrid, he'll want to do his best against Man United's rivals Liverpool, and obviously Ronaldo, being a former Man United player as well, will want to do his best against Liverpool also, and they did do so in this particular game in the Champions League in real life so far this year, and they actually came away with a convincing win. It was closer at the Bernabeu than it was at Anfield, but Ronaldo squares the ball across here, and Chicharito just kind of didn't see it coming, tried to spin around on it, it didn't work. Fortunately for me, he put the ball wide, but they were definitely on top in the first half. I didn't have a single chance for the opening 45 minutes. They had these chances here. Ronaldo coming closest with his shot there that was drilled into the side netting. They have a free kick on the half-hour mark, whipped in. Mignolet comes well to punch, but it's going to drop after, I can't quite get it clear, but Bale, thankfully for me, it fell to him on his right foot and not his left, and he pushed it over the top of the bar, similar to how Suso did in the Man United game. Just getting too much underneath it, trying to look for the roof of the net, and it didn't quite come off. But all of the chances seem to be coming at this end of the pitch, as you can see in the second half now, and we are having the opening chance by Daniel Sturridge doing a good save out of Iker Casillas. But we're going to regroup and go again. Emre Can's going to find a really nice ball, looking for Daniel Sturridge. He threads it through beautifully, an even better finish, but the referee pulls it back for offside. I wasn't sure whether it was off or not in real time, but then as you see from the replay, the ball through from Emre Can inside Pepe was brilliant, but it was just a slightly poorly timed run from Daniel Sturridge, which meant he was half a yard off, and the goal does not stand. Real Madrid coming up the other end though, trying to get themselves in front. Great turn by Hammers. They sets up Yaramendi. They hit the bar. I thought he just struck it straight off the woodwork, but in fact it was a tremendous block by Inigo Martinez. You see it come off his knee just there. Not sure whether Mignolet would have gotten to that if it hadn't been deflected. So that was crucial to send the ball up off the woodwork. They're going to have the corner though, in it comes, drops to Modric on the penalty spot, and unfortunately he does find the back of the net this time, drilling it inside that near post. It's Real Madrid 1, Liverpool 0. We need at least one goal if we want to continue on in the Champions League this season. Sturridge into Douglas Costa, who's freshly onto the pitch. Good run, good shot, but unfortunately Casillas is a comfortable save to push it around the post, and they do eventually actually get to it to clear it and stop it from going for a corner as well. But there's not long left, only 3 minutes left on the clock as the ball's played into Daniel Sturridge here. He and Douglas Costa are going to link up beautifully. Lovely little 1-2 here. Sturridge with a great turn inside Pepe, and the finish as well. It's Liverpool 1, Real Madrid 1, and that goal could be the goal that sends us through to the knockout stages of this particular competition. That was the last highlight of the game. We don't know what the Basel score was yet against Standard Liège. We drew 1-1. The question is, did we get through the group stage, or did Standard Liège beat Basel and go through themselves? You can see here on the right hand side, fourth team down, there's the Liverpool badge. We've got Juventus in the next round. We did manage to get through. In fact, Basel beat Standard Liège on the final day to guarantee us knockout stage football. We actually finished second by 2 points ahead of Standard Liège, and of course still 3 points behind Real Madrid thanks to that draw on the final day. So delighted to be through to the knockout stages. Hopefully we can progress a little bit further, although we have now fulfilled the board's criteria for this particular competition this year. But obviously it would be nice to go as far as we possibly can, although obviously again Juventus isn't going to be the easiest of oppositions, so we'll try our best. We currently sit 9th in the Barclays Premier League, ahead of Arsenal, and Manchester City sit 15th. So it's a real topsy-turvy table so far. no real team apart from Chelsea or have kind of put together a real run of form. They've only lost one game so far this year. Everyone else apart from Spurs have lost 3, 4 or 5, so it's definitely close at the minute. We've only lost 3, which is the same as Man United in third, but we've just drawn a slight too few many so far. But hopefully we can get some wins on the board between now and the January transfer window, get ourselves up the table, get some extra transfer budget in, which we have done now thanks to the £10 million you get for progressing through out of the Champions League. So maybe we'll look at bringing some transfers in January, but for now that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, whether it's this series, the My Player series, or the Career Mode Road to Glory. Follow me on Twitter and on Twitch so that you'll be able to see when I'm streaming. I'm not sure whether I'll stream tonight. Probably will, with it being the first day in 2015. We might start off the year with a good stream, but we'll have to wait and see. Like I say, follow me on Twitter and Twitch, and then you will know exactly what's going on. But that is going to bring today's episode to a close. Thank you very much for watching. We'll have a Career Mode Road to Glory episode for you tonight. In fact, no, I think today's Thursday by the time you see this, so we'll have a My Player episode tonight. But that is all for this afternoon. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you had a good evening last night. Welcome to 2015, and I'll see you next time.